Hi there, Jack here. Welcome to another episode of Tales from the Psych Ward, where something happens to me at the Psych Ward and I tell you about it. You can already see it. I'm in a sling. And if you're wondering why I'm in a sling, well, indulge me for a second while I tell you, okay? Today I had to take a patient to x-ray, and I took her mental health worker, as well as a security guard with me, because that's what we're supposed to do when somebody's on a locked unit, right? And so I took them to x-ray. She got her x-rays, everything was great, and we were about to go back when all of a sudden she got mad because she didn't get the x-ray that she wanted, which she didn't tell me up until this point, so I wasn't able to get an order. And I had to explain to her, I'm always able to redirect her. And I explained to her, like, hey, we have to go back and get an order. I can do this for you. We just have to go back to the unit and then we'll get the order and then we'll figure it out from there. But I didn't get all those words out because in a split second, she kicked me in the crotch harder than I've ever been kicked in the crotch before. All right? So hard that for a split second, I thought my testicles shot through my clavicles. Kind of like that strongman game at the carnival where you swing a big hammer and it hits a metal plate and the ball goes up and it rings the bell. 0 to 100 almost immediately. And when that happened, I lurched forward in pain because that's kind of what happens when you get kicked in the testicles. Anybody with testicles out there that have been kicked, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so when I did that, my beanie flew up my head. It flew off my head, and she knew in a split second what she was going to do because she saw that and grabbed a piece of my hair and ripped it out of my skull. And when I say a piece, I mean like a lock, like one of these puppies right here. She grabbed it and she ripped it out of my skull. And that happened in about 2 seconds. In about 2 seconds, she had beat the brakes off of me. And we hadn't even gotten to this part yet. And I give security and the mental health worker a lot of credit because they jumped in almost immediately. This all happened in the blink of an eye. And so when they jumped in, we all tried to get her on the ground. I'm in seething pain because of my testicles, as well as the little part of my head that hurts because she ripped out some of my hair. But she is so strong that she was able to wriggle her arms free while on the ground, grab my left arm and rip it out of socket like I was Kevin Love and she was Kelly Olynyk, okay? That is a reference to the 2015 finals. Not finals. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyways, she ripped it out of socket, so my shoulder is out of socket. She let it go, it went right back in. And now I get to go home. Actually, I went to the ER first. And here's actually one of the funniest parts of the story. I went to the ER because I had to, because my shoulder had been pulled out of socket. And so I had to go get an x-ray. And in the same room where this all went down. And so I walked back to get an x-ray and voila, there's the lock of hair of mine on the ground. Like Cinderella's missing slipper.